Yeah, so far I pretty much feel the same way about this game that I did back in the day, where like I hate the premise and I hate what this game stands for, but I'm enjoying playing it. I also still really like the music and still really like the combat. I mean, it's not perfect, but I still enjoy the combat. And I enjoy leveling up the dress spheres. But one thing that I'm kind of enjoying about this game that I don't think I did as a kid is the openness of it. I think as a kid I just wanted to get through it, so I just did the story missions, but then like I was underleveled, so then the game felt really hard, and it might still feel really hard. But I kind of like how you can just go anywhere and do stuff, and then like missions just kind of pop up, and I like how it doesn't gate you from really going anywhere. You can just explore, and if there's a certain area you want to check out and see how it's different, you can just go. Like, if you're curious to see what happened to the Thunder Plains, you can just go and check it out, you know? You're not gated. And on top of that, that even changes the way the story plays out. So, like, I do kind of like that a lot. And I like that it kind of sets this game apart from 10. Again, why is it called 10-2? Because it really is so different. Like, 10 was so linear, so this one, they went, like, a completely different direction, which I think is good. Just shouldn't be called 10-2. Alright, so 9 is the first number confirmed. Then there's 2 on the beach, and then 1 in the ruins. At the top of the broken... Oh, there you go, 8. Oh god, what is happening?
We're fine. How about you guys?
Also, I hate brother.
My heart is aching.
Huh?
Nothing.
Why do we need... Like, I just... Okay. Maybe I'm out of line, okay? You guys tell me. When I play a game where the main protagonist is female, why is there always a character that is swooning over the main character so bad that they're, like, annoying? Why is that every game I play with a female protagonist? Is that so much to ask to just, like, have a female protagonist and not take advantage of it? Or am I out of line here? Is that... Like, honestly. Yeah, like, I'm so sick of that trope. Why can't we just have a female protagonist and have it be normal? Why does there always have to be a guy that's just, like, losing their mind over... Because that doesn't happen with every male protagonist. Very often it doesn't. Why do we need... And why is it Brother? Because Brother was fine in the first game, too. Like, assigning a new character. That's just, like, so annoying to me. I hate it. It's like every game that has a female protagonist, there's got to be some guy just losing his mind over her. Can't we just have a normal female protagonist, please? I don't know, dude. The stream chat's being weird today. Streamlabs is having issues. We got weird symbols. We got people's messages exploding. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Seems a bit... I don't know if
Where
it's...
there's smoke.
I don't know if it's, like, sexist, but I do feel like it's weird. It's a bad trope that needs to be dropped. I don't like it. I don't think it's a culture thing. I think it's just bad writing. We don't know what to do with brothers, so let's have him just be, thirst.
Yuna here. Huh. That was weird.
Aha, brother's checking in too much.
It's nothing.
Ah, so funny. So funny. Okay. Wait. Where's the actual ruins, though? I still haven't found them. Broccoli chat? None over here. What the? Just jumped at something and missed. Hey, how's it going, Brex? I'm kind of sad that they put the hints on the map. Like with purple squares. So they're like super obvious. Kind of wanted to look for them. I mean, I'm still having trouble finding this last one, but... I suppose this is the second mission of the game. They don't want it to be too hard to find. It is kind of showing you, like, exploration is good already, though, which is cool. Wow, why are they all 8? Every time. They're all 8. Just put 8 in 4 times and win. Alright, so where are the actual ruins? Or cave. Where's the cave? How did this game know my password? Yeah, the password is literally 9888. Let's see if the kids tell me. Bet you can't climb up here. I'm literally up here. Is it this way? Could you imagine if you guessed starting with 0 and the password was 9888? Played yourself. I should have listened more carefully as to where the cave was. She said there was like a gadget at the top of the ruins, but it was just the number. I thought maybe the gadget would open the cave. But... Ah, here it is. He's just sitting at the front. Didn't make it very far, did you?
Something wrong?
We came to check on you.
Is there something in this cave?
Yeah, something like that. Who knows? Maybe it's not here, yeah? But I thought, what if? Maybe it's for real. Then again, maybe it never was.
Just spit it out,
Been so
Wakka.
long, I'm not sure anymore.
So, you're saying there's something that might be here and you want to know for sure, right?
Right. But, you see, I want to know, and then I sort of don't want to know.
Oh, man. Make up your mind. What is this thing anyway?
Well, see, I heard there was this old sphere.
A sphere? Of what?
A sphere of, you know. What does it matter? Hey, whoa!
We're sphere hunters, remember?
It's as good as ours.
All right, go Wings.
Time for business.
Huh, the Gull-Wings, huh?
Oh god. Wakka's head looked see-through there for a second. And in a minute, Charlie's Angels, assemble! Oh, there's more. He's unsent. Oh no. Yeah, you know, come to think of it, if this game were called something other than 10-2, if it were called Final Fantasy X Yuna's Angels, or whatever, I really do think I would appreciate the goofiness more, too. Because I like how the game sticks to a theme. It's like Charlie's Angels, but Final Fantasy, and it sticks to that, with the music, with the dialogue, with everything. Like, I enjoy that. I think they did a good job with that. It just pains me to see these characters that I know were serious not be serious.
This is brother. You alright, Yuna?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
Just ignore him.
You know. But I would have been more accepting of it if it were more obviously a side game. Probably would have enjoyed it quite a bit. Because I like... I can't say I'm really a Charlie's Angels fan, but I do like that theme and kind of the wackiness of it, and the music and stuff is all really entertaining. And that old style too. It's great. I do be a fan of some old movies. Disco style. It's very entertaining.
Here comes the hurt.
Here comes the hurt. I'm gonna have to watch Totally Spies now. Understand your guys' Totally Spies references. I don't think I ever watched Totally Spies. I know what it is, though. I don't think I ever watched it. Brothers Angels, oh god. Please no. Wow, it's just... it's just sitting here. It's not like in a special room or anything, it's just like chilling. Dude, Kim Possible. That's a jam. Uh-oh.
Find a sphere and the fiends appear.
A trial.
Oh my god, that
Where
hurt.
there's smoke.
Okay, I don't think fire was a choice. Man, Riku doing some damage. Mental broken. Blizzard should do some damage now. I think Riku's gonna be on heal duty. I wish I had Bizarra.
Cool off.
See if I can time this. Wait. Why am I not getting a combo?
Too easy.
Oh, see ya. Take that for extra damage. Blizzard your dead body. a red ring. 10-2's going great.
One more for the goings!
Typical Friday afternoon. Oh, nice. We got White Mage now. I feel like White Mage might be the only, like... Oh, I got White Magic. I feel like White Mage might be the only change I do, like swapping from Black Mage to White Mage with Yuna. Nice of them to put a save sphere right there. Ooh, a coral. It's tough. Oh my... Yeah. Blasted me. Alright, let's see everyone in White Mage. What is that?
I'll heal you if I have to, but don't get careless.
What? Low-key, I was kind of hoping Yuna would just look like Yuna. Like old Yuna. Instead, she looks like Final Fantasy 1 White Mage. Oh my god, look at how low Riku's HP is. I like how their regular attack is spray, so they can just sit here and heal constantly. That seems very useful. I wish the Black Mage had something like that, like a free move. They all kind of look the same. Also, what was that?
And now for some Riku brand white magic goodness.
What was that? What was she doing? I'm concerned.
1,000.
Oh no, they joined a cult. Good to see it. I thought it was already a cult. Not wrong. Abs fire damage. Guards against confusion and berserk. That seems very good. That's kind of funny. I would have dreamed of having this ability in 10. Like, I wanted this ability for like the entire game in 10. And I never really got it because I didn't want to take 2 ability slots. And now, right at the beginning of this game, I get an accessory that gives it to me. I also like how it has a unique name instead of Confusion Proof, Berserk Proof. Okay, oh yeah, I want to do this too. Back to this. Yeah, love-hate relationship truly is the key, because there's so many ideas I do like. And in general, I like the game. This is one of those games where I almost wish it was bad so I could just not play it. Instead, it's just good enough where it's like I want to play it. But then I question my life choices afterwards.
We sure did. Let's take a look.
It's great for us, though, because it's very entertaining for Fantathon. Wow. Water. What was that up the top of the thing? Oh, man. That's just showing me treasure.
This it?
Nah, afraid not.
Wakka's head still looks weird when he looks in certain angles.
So, what sphere were you looking for?
Well, it's a sphere of our parents. Chapu said he found it.
Chapu? Oh, your brother!
He was a crusader. Now he's gone on to the far plane. Sin got our parents not long after Chapu was
Why are you
born.
explaining to Riku who Chapu
We were
is?
both too young to remember their faces, you know? When we were kids, we got into a fight one time, and Chapu said, I found a sphere with Mom and Dad in it, but I'm not telling you where it is.
Yeah, that's something he would do.
And you never asked him?
I was too boneheaded to let my little brother win. So I went on without asking until I just forgot about it.
Makes no sense.
Then
Why would he do
yesterday,
that?
talking with you made me think about it again. Chapu used to play in this cave, so I thought maybe he found the sphere here, yeah? But when I came to look, I got to thinking.
About what?
See, I got this picture of my parents in my head, yeah? Like strong and kind. Whenever things got tough, those are the parents I imagined. But their real faces might be totally different, yeah? I think about that, and I'm not so
that's
sure
funny.
I really want to know.
It's just funny.
I was sitting there trying to figure out what to do, and then you guys showed up.
Oh, that's our Wakka.
The sphere might still be somewhere on the island. Should we look for it?
Nah, that's all right. I'm through worrying about that stuff. What's past is past, yeah? Can't let it get to me. I'm going to be a father soon. Gotta pull it together.
That's right, Dad.
Huh. But, just how am I supposed to pull it together? Sure wish I had something to go by, you know?
You read me? You guys about finished down there? Brother's starting to get on my nerves.
Yeah, we'll be back soon.
Yay!
Protection Halo Garment Grid. Yeah, I'm not really like... Here's this animation again. Oh, now we're going underneath. Ooh. I'm not a big fan when sequels take the time to explain concepts to people that didn't play the first one. Like, just play the first one. Or accept that there's things you're not going to know. Like, why have Wakka explain who Chapu is when we're probably not going to care about Chapu for the rest of this game? That should just be like a little nod to the people that know what he's talking about. There's no need to like explain that to the new audience. Why do they care? I doubt we ever talk about Chapu again for the whole rest of the game. So like, what's the point? Now, if it's something like you're gonna be completely lost if they don't explain it, then that's fine. But So just having this equipped gives us defense and magic defense. Oh no, never mind. You have to pass through that thing. Wait. Hold up. Okay, yeah, you get an equip thing too. Okay. I was reading it weird. So I guess I should just give this to everyone. Why not? It's free boost. It's just nice. This one's nice because you get your special fast. I don't think I'm really going to use main special for a bit, so just give everyone this. I wish these menus were a bit quicker. Like, the menus are alright, but they're not... For how much you gotta go through them. Like, I wish there wasn't this animation. I wish I could just... Boom. I mean, I got through that relatively fast. Yeah, it's no Kingdom Hearts menu, that's for sure. Square definitely learned their lesson. Once they made the Kingdom Hearts menus, they're like, oh, this is the win right here. Should I go to Xanarkand, or should I go somewhere else random for fun? Let's go to Kilika. Rumor has it, new Yevon supporters are stirring up trouble. Ooh, no. Not new Yevon. Who in their right mind would follow new Yevon? Well, Tal, thank you for the full year.
Can you guess
primer.
where this is?
Thank you.
It's Kilika Port.
How would I guess that? Unless I know what it is.
The Youth League helped rebuild it. Now it's a bustling town.
Oh, I guess it does look a lot different.
At the time, everyone was grateful. But lately, well, there have been signs of trouble. It seems that tension is building between the Youth League and New Yevon.
This is cool. Oh, Kilika is different. I miss the regular Kilika song though. Alrighty. Can you guess where you clicked? True, I literally said go to Kilika. What is... Wow! One of the, like, ultimate items from the first game. Just find it on the ground here. Guess it's not as great in this game, though. Yeah, song's kind of a jam. That old lady never buys anything. All she ever does is complain. That's the lady from the first game. It was in the clan. I played this as a kid. Haven't played it since. Balloon! Balloon! This is exactly what our guy has. Phoenix Downs are cheaper, aren't they? They're like There were 200? Maybe? New dress for your balloon. Balloon animal. What the? I was not expecting this kid just to yeet off this platform. They don't even like jump. They just drop. Plop. Let's play Sphere Hunters. Now you're all off sync. Where's the kid that said he wanted to be a blitzball when he grew up? See a blitzball yet? Did all of his dreams finally come true? Sorry to interrupt your broadcast. Why is every piece of recording equipment a crappy CRT? It's like a brand new camera you got. Why does it look like crap? Keep this under your hat, but there's supposed to be an awesome sphere somewhere on this island. Now he wants to grow up to be a balloon. I've gotten so many curtains. Why can't I jump down? That would be nice. Let me use this jump ability for something useful. Like, let me jump down there so things are faster. Probably jump on this boat. I cannot jump on that boat. I'm not a big fan of this jump mechanic because you don't know what you can jump on until you do it. You know what I mean? I wish there was some kind of like little triangle or something just to show you can jump. Because what ends up happening is you end up just bumping against everything to see if you can jump. And it's not very fun. Like in 10, it was pretty obvious where you could go and where you couldn't go, but in this game I have to bump against every single wall because there's a chance she'll like randomly climb it. Entry to the woods is prohibited at this time. What he said. Well, I guess we can't do anything in Kilika yet. But I got a bunch of items. Yeah, most good games that have a mechanic like this have some kind of visual cue, like Mirror's Edge had everything you could jump on was red, or Horizon has that scan you can do, stuff like that. Here there's nothing, so you just kind of have to like bump up against everything, see if you're missing anything. The only like little clue you have is the map, but as you saw in Besaid, I went off the map several times, so... There might be someone on the right side there I can talk to like initiate a mission, but I'll rip. You know what else I kind of wish? I don't know if there exists something like this. Maybe I'll try to do the Wakka quest. I already started it. I don't know if they do this later or not. They might. and I'm just not remembering, because I don't remember anything about this story. But I wish we had more of a look into how Pain joined the party and like why these three are like a team that like completely trusts each other. You know what I mean? Like they're not just a team, they're like sisters. Like they, even though Pain and Riku are completely different, they are like best friends. So obviously something happened to where like
You really think so?
they became very close. So it'd be cool to see that. Maybe we will later. Because you get the impression that they're not, like, Pain isn't just here for the treasure. Like, they're obviously best friends and trust each other. It'd be cool to see a little more of that. Also, I just interrupted his attack for, like, the longest time. I like how you can actually interrupt attacks. If you're attacking a certain enemy, they get less attacks off. Because you're hitting them. Oh wait, I can use white magic now. I don't want to blow all my MP though. Where you at, Wakka? Yo, Wakka. Surprised the game didn't explain the combo system yet, but I think it's just not going to. I think you just have to learn it yourself, which is fine. Ow. I really wish there was a block, so my mage could block. I don't want her to cast. I have kind of an issue with the black mage because she has nothing to do that doesn't cost MP. So she just kind of stands there. Yeah, I love the soundtrack in this game. I don't really listen to it ever, but I just remember enjoying it. And then the piano soundtrack that came out afterwards is my favorite piano soundtrack ever. I really like that. As for the game's regular music, I enjoy it quite a bit. But it's not like 10 level. But I like it, I think it fits well. Yes, he gets them once a week and he makes the joke once a week as well. It's Lost favorite joke. I wonder if I can find ability with the black mage. Maybe she can learn like Drain or something. Or like Osmos.
Get wet. Get wet. Never turn your back to the sea.
Man, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, but we gotta go a bit late because we started late.
Never turn your back to the sea.
My potion was just going to her too.
Rinse, repeat.
Oh, not of NP now.
Where there's smoke.
Wow, you would crit. This is the strangest camera angle. Just looking at dead bodies. So, in Final Fantasy X, I would usually look at, like, the cursor on the enemy. But the camera angle changes so much in this game that I just look at the menu instead. It's way easier to tell what I'm hitting. Like, look at this. What is this camera angle? So I just look at the menu to see what I'm targeting. I do like that the camera moves, but yeah, it's a bit weird at times. I don't even know what Payne's looking at. He's looking over there. Oh my god, how much health does this thing have? Are you serious?
Bye.
I will be honest. I have gone to Arby's and bought fries and then went to another place to buy the rest of my food before. I've done that before. Well, at least if I go White Mage, I can just spam Prey. Man, Prey is good. 30 health to everyone. It takes like no ATB to do it. Might be sticking with White Mage for a bit. At least while I'm going through this tough area. It could also go Dancer or just blind these fish. I like how her animation is similar to her magic casting animation in 10. I don't know why her idle animation is so weird. She was a White Mage in 10, why not just have her have the same stance? Can you stop attacking Yuna? Like literally anyone else but Yuna? Please. Yes, the Twitch chat is weird right now. It's just the on-screen chat. Because I think Streamlabs is having an issue. It's not on my end, I can't fix it. So, enjoy the weird chat.
Hi there.
Hi there. If I have an item that... Add these fish scales. Boom! Yeah. These electro marbles. That. Restore some HP to the user.
Don't hold out on me.
Oh, this is so good. Because Yuna's the only one getting hit. I think he attacks whoever has the least HP. Oh. Yuna was just getting unlucky. So now I have like a perma cure for just Yuna. White Mage seems really good.
Thank you.
Come again.
Chat's on a budget. Okay, real quick. Is there something I can learn that doesn't take MP? Only this. Which doesn't really help, but it's something, I guess. What about this? Ooh, I want to learn that. Cuts time required for white magic. That's cool. I'll learn this. Yeah, I'm sure YouTube is just like really sad that they can't perfectly read everything you guys are saying. They're gonna be up in the middle of the night. Oh my god. I couldn't read Zulof's joke. What am I gonna do now? Guess I'll just delete my internet. Guess I'll just cancel my internet. I can't read Twitch chat. What is the purpose of living? Joke's on you guys. I did this on purpose for YouTube's sake. Speaking of YouTube, somebody jumped in from YouTube and I was got distracted. Where is it? I know it wasn't that far up. Illmatic, thanks so much for being here, man. Appreciate it. He's gonna die. Hee, I'm in danger. Oops. 3-2's dead. Oh, she's not dead.
You okay?
That's not gonna go off in time. I don't know what made me think it would. Oh, these fish just have so much health. I should have killed the fire first. Because he's getting stronger too. Oh my god, he's got... He said he had 8 magic up. So it does give you some info in that
Do I hear thunder?
menu. Oh, I took it down from 8 to 6. That fish has like 1 hit left, but good thing I ran. Also, I can't play the alert because it's going to be a bunch of alerts before that one, but Latal just donated $102.12. He said $102 for 10-2 hype. Holy moly. Thank you so very much for that. Hype in the chat for Latal. Thank you, man. Holy cow, that's crazy. After the craziness of this morning, thank you, man. Oh yeah, we still got to spin the hype wheel. So I forgot, because of all the craziness this morning, I totally forgot. After 10-2 today, we're gonna spin the hype wheel, and we have a PSN roulette to do. We'll probably do it Monday because we're gonna be looking into the Final Fantasy VII thing today. So yeah, hype. Also, I added a couple things to the hype wheel, so. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm so distracted today. Like, between trying to get all my thoughts out on X-2 and trying to make sure I don't forget anything I wanted to say, and then the wife and everything, and then the Final Fantasy VII thing later, my brain is like totally fried today. So I'm sorry if I forget anything or if I miss anyone. It's been a really wild week too. We went to the water park yesterday. I'm gonna be, so the benefit of working from home, I can swap days that I work. Not for the streams, obviously, but usually I do YouTube stuff and like all the back-end stuff on Thursdays. Well, I swapped that I'm gonna be working tomorrow on Saturday because Thursday we went to the water park with the kids. We figured going on a Thursday would be better than going on a Saturday because
We won!
it's a super hot, super busy water park. So I went to the water park with the boys yesterday, but my wife couldn't go because she was sick, and now she sprained her ankle. So now she was sick all week, and now she sprained her ankle. She's having to work like a terrible week. But she couldn't go, so it was just me, my mom, and then the boys. So that was pretty crazy. It was fun though. Dude, Simon is a freaking daredevil. He will just, if you let go, he will just face first into the water. Like, no fear. Oh god, 2 of these things? I'm gonna swap to this and dance. It should be fine. But yeah, Simon, if you let him go, he will just face first into the water. And then, so like normally when kids do that, they like freak out, obviously. Nope, he would face first into the water, and I would pull him up as fast as I could, and then he'd just laugh. I'd just be like, that was amazing. And then let go again, right back in. He just loves the water, and he loves being a daredevil. Yeah, this fight is like free now because I'm dancing. Riku's doing a tap dance. He's almost 2. His birthday is right after mine in August. 4 days after my birthday. That's about tree fitty, right? He's almost tree fitty. They grow up too fast. Not only do they grow up too fast, but it makes me feel like I'm growing up too fast. I'm like, oh my god, Simon's already 2, and then I'm like, oh my god, it's been 2 years since, you know, he was born. Like, it's been 2 years in my life already, too. Where did my time go? I'm still really enjoying this combat. I think my only issue is that once I get set up, I kind of just sit here and tap X until it dies. Like, especially with the dance class, it takes no MP, so you just sit here and do it over and over. And abilities take longer, so there's no reason to use them unless I need to. So every fight is kind of like get set up and then just tap X. But I don't necessarily hate that. It's just, yeah. Like, the bosses are still fun. Actually, I shouldn't even tap it. I should just hold it down, I guess, huh? Kids grow up faster than adults? Oh, that's good to know. So, Simon will be like 6 and I'll still be the same age. That's good to know. I was worried that I would, like, get old. Well, at least, like, physically, me and my wife look really young. So, we still get confused. Like, people still look at us weird sometimes. Why did you say too easy? You didn't die. What is with the...
Too easy.
What is with the coding on the kill move? They got it right in 10.
Too easy.
Okay, she said too easy too. What the heck? Was it too easy? This is the most difficult place we can go. Stop saying it's too easy. Well, like, 10 got it right. Like, 10, they only said whips when the enemy was gonna die. Why is it so bad in this one?
Piece of cake.
Oh, I picked the wrong thing. See you, Jolly. I forget my train of thought. Oh, we were out shopping the other day, and the cash register lady at the register was like, she looked at me, and she looked at my son, who's mixed, by the way. So like, sometimes people are like, they don't know I'm the dad right away. But it was more weird. Like, that's not why she thought that. She thought that because I looked young. So she looked at me and she was like, oh yeah, let dad do it. And then she was like, oh wait, you're not the dad, are you? The way she was like, are you the dad? Maybe the dad, maybe not the dad. So I was like, yeah, I'm the dad. And then she was like, oh, because you look so young. Because I was thinking, you know, my son's mixed, I'm not. But no, she was like, because you look so young, I thought older brother or something. I'm like, nope, I'm dad. Nope, I'm dad. And my wife looks pretty young too, so. To be fair, we are young parents, under 30, so. But yeah. Between our kids being adopted and us looking young, it feels more rare that people think we're the parents than not. Always have to explain ourselves. How's it going, Mags? What are you doing with these children? In here, Wakka. You know what? I bet you Wakka's the other way because we saw him running that way, which means I have to walk all the way back now. I'm 29, so technically still under 30. I will be under 30 for one more month, and it's all over. Riku, you look so lost. Just go back to Thief, please. We're doing some really weird moves. I don't know what's going on? Oh, wait. There's a mechanic that happened. That oversoul thing is something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Because his name was red. That mechanic hasn't been explained to me yet.
Alright, hand it over.
I'm sure this mechanic will get explained to us at some point. But not yet, because we're off exploring. Kind of cool that we can see these mechanics before they're explained to us when we go off the beaten path. I'm nowhere near 30 yet. I'm 29. Not even close. Oh, this one oversold too. I need to try to combo. Yeah, I'm just waiting for, like, the day I wake up and my body's like, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, you're going back to bed. Down he doesn't go. Ooh, I learned life. I got a ton of stuff from that because there were 2 oversold enemies. I'm guessing they give more. My body does do that. For sure. Like that time my back just hurt for like a month. Just for no reason. My back was just like, hey, this is gonna suck for a month, just so you know. No reason, just back's gonna hurt. That's it. That was the free demo. How's it going, Marsh? It's going great. Ow. That hurts. Free trial. This is what it's gonna be like. Ow. What was that sound effect? Is that Riku missing again? Sounds like she's gonna throw up. Blah. Dude, I already drank the whole pot. I think I'm getting my wife into coffee too. Like, she never drank coffee the last couple years. I'd never seen her drink coffee, other than like, if we go to a place with coffee, she might get it if it's special, like frozen coffee or something. But she would never like get coffee for the act of waking up, you know? Can this thing die? Please. Maybe. Possibly. Let's just let it do its thing. I don't want it to kill Pain as soon as I revive her. Thank God I can throw... Oh no! The potion was too fast. I blew it. At least the one on Riku. I like how you can throw a potion on a dead character so that when they get revived, they get it. I hate when games don't let you target dead party members. Oh my god, that's so much health. I wish it did anything else but this attack. Bye.
Works for me.
Well, the one good thing is that when my character does a quip, but the enemy doesn't die, I know it's one hit from death. So that's kind of helpful. Why does Riku have so much HP? Why does Riku have almost more HP than Pain? And she's Thief class. What the heck? So, I'm kind of curious. So, if I turn Riku into a white mage, she gets 48 magic. Yuna as a white mage has 57 magic. I wonder if that's because she's earned some abilities. Like, I wonder if the abilities give you stats. Because they're both level 11. It could also be this tiara, but that's only 5. So it should be at 52. She still has 4 more. I think it's only the abilities. Like, looking at some of these stats. Like, Pain has more strength as a thief than Riku does, even though Riku's at 13%. And granted, Pain has more strength, but... then again, she does have something that gives her 10 strength. So actually, if I took that away, she'd have 27. She would have less strength than Riku. Oh, but she has gauntlets, so never mind. Yeah, I think they only give abilities. Just looking at it. Looking at it from there.
I'm gonna whack you good!
I'm gonna whack you good! I think I'm gonna go for the big boy boost this time. How do the bonus stats work? So, wait, why does that not pause? That's annoying. So, by equipping that garment grid, I get 5 defense and 5 magic defense. And then, if I go through those emblems, I get additional bonuses. So if I go from, like, warrior to thief, and I pass through a magic defense thing, then I get 5 more magic. And here, I'm going to go all the way around the circle, so I get all the bonuses. But just by equipping it, I also get 5 defense and 5 magic defense. Because it has a static bonus on it too. Or a passive bonus, whatever you want to call it. And that cure took forever. I wish I could, like, because I know I can shorten them, but I wish I could kind of skip some and let the other ones play out. Instead, I have to do all short or all long. Alright, so I'm missing one of the bonuses, but I got the 3 other ones. Oh no. Oh my goodness, Livestream donated $100 as well. You guys are out of control today. Can we get a streamer's choice for what? Trophy quest? Alright, so now I'm gonna get her special with almost all the bonuses. I'm gonna have plus 20 defense and magic defense. As long as she doesn't die. Hopefully I get more health. Oh god, that's not much health. I got, like, blasted right before this happened, so...
A nicer person might let you go.
Quick, heal. Oh god, the heal takes... Oh no, we're dead. Dang, dude. That's annoying. Wait, we're not dead. The arms apparently count. Oh, nope, never mind. It was letting those spells go off, I guess. I don't know. Run! You gonna run? I'm sad. If she hadn't gotten blasted right at the end there, I would have been fine. I would have had like a super buff pain. Dang it. Use my last Phoenix down. I'll tell you what, going places you're not supposed to go is pretty fun. It's pretty hectic. That's why I like that there's this option, you know? I'm alive! What time is it? A little longer. I'll just go buy some Phoenix Downs. I'll go look for a Wakka at the lake and then call it. Damn it. It's almost 2 o'clock, I'm starving. What do you guys think about the fact that the sphere grid doesn't exist in this one? You just level up. Like 10 put all this work in to make the sphere grid a thing, and then in this one it's just the standard level up. I mean, I suppose the sphere grid doesn't really fit as well with the new way the classes work, but there could have been like a sphere grid that just had like base stats on it and not like abilities. Like they still could have done the sphere grid, it would have just been a bit different.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I really like the dress spheres, so I don't really miss the sphere grid. But I think they could have made it work. But was it worth it to make it work? Maybe not. It probably would have just been like overcomplicating things. Because the sphere grids or the dress spheres are already kind of complicated, so I guess no need to overcomplicate things, just have a regular level up. Oh, he was right there and I just walked right past. Get back here, old Wakka. I just walked to Bavel. Really long load screen? Wow, I can.
Bavel remains at the heart of Spira, even today. It's also the place where I was born. I suppose that makes it my hometown, but I can't say that I have a lot of fond memories here.
Anyways. I'm looking for a Wakka. Cool that you can walk to Bavel, though. Why did we all split up? Oh, I think Wakka's here. He's hiding.
It looks like you finally caught up with me. A Wakka at your service. I bought the travel agency from Mr. Rin, but then the temple nearby sank to the bottom of the lake. And business sank with it. Just my luck. Now the Albert have come to collect and are not in the mood for excuses. Think ye could give old Wakka a place to lay low? For a while? I'll find a way to make it up to ye, I promise.
What do you think? Sounds like he's in trouble.
Quick, call the Albed.
Thank ye.
Wow, what a mission. Exciting. Ooh. What's funny is, like, if you don't play 10, you don't really know how much Wakka did for us and how he, like, you know, that whole story with him at the end where he helped Yuna from the shadows, like, for half the quest. Would be pretty funny if you went through all that to help Yuna and then Yuna just ratted him out here. So now we get Ice Eater and Blizzard just from equipping this. And then if we go through yellow, we get Ice Strike. If we go through green and red, we get Blizzara. And if we go through all of them, we get Blizzaga. But if you're a black mage, you could just learn those anyways. That's kind of cool that you get Ice Eater for equipping it. If I fight an ice boss, I could just equip this and big win. It's also only got 3 spots, which is kind of nice. Dude, chat big struggling today. Hope they fix it soon. They always do. It always, like, is broken in the morning and is usually fine in the afternoon, or by the next time I stream, it's usually fixed. Okay, there's some kind of weird side quest with these
the
guys.
end has come faster than I thought. What can we do?
What can we do?
I'll be there in 2 secs.
Was that Shrek? Who asked if this was Shrek earlier? I think they were right. See you, Zoo. Thanks for hanging out. Is that Kate Sith? Oh, by the way, I got distracted by other things and forgot to talk about Trommel. I gotta say, what really distracted me was the fact that he disappeared like a freaking ghost. I think that's what made me forget. But I don't buy Trommel. Like, he was pure evil in the first game, to the point where after Seymour was obviously evil and died, he was still like, yep, just take me. Like, the world's doomed. Who cares? So for him now to be, like, regretful, I don't buy it. Like, I'm not sure why they needed to do that. Like, even after Seymour was obviously evil, he was still, like, on Seymour's side in 10. So, like, why make him out to be regretful in this one? It seems silly to me. Anyways, this is a good place to stop, so we'll go ahead and stop here. We're really past schedule because it's starting late and I'm starving. But this was a great first look at 10-2. This is going to be a blast, I can already tell. There's just so much to talk about. Everywhere we go, something meme-worthy or genuinely interesting happens, whether it be characters returning or seeing what happened to these areas after the aftermath of 10. And seeing new dress spheres and everything. Like, there's so much to enjoy. So whether or not at the end of the day we decide we enjoyed this game or not, it is definitely going to be a very fun Let's Play. So I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for being here for the first episodes of Final Fantasy X-2. We are going to jump into some very exciting stuff. But before we do that, we got to say goodbye to YouTube. So YouTube, thank you so much for watching the first episodes of Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2, our first Final Fantathon bonus game, first of many, 3 to be exact. The second one is Tactics, and the third one we don't know yet. So I hope you're enjoying, and we'll see you in the next episodes. Peace out.